Hi, guys. All right, give me 1 second. Okay. So, how's everyone doing? I still need another second. Sorry, I got caught up in some graphic design stuff. Oh my goodness. This is not connecting. Actually, it did connect. Anywho, how are you guys feeling today? Today has a almost like an accomplished type of feeling, but not quite accomplished. It feels like there's amazing stuff going on, but at the same time, I don't know, maybe some frustrating stuff for you as well. Let me just set these settings properly, because if Facebook could just leave my settings alone instead of resetting it every single time. So, anywho, I was asked to do a reading today, and I asked what the reading was going to be about. And this is what I heard: an overwhelming event that shows you how much you matter. Ooh. So, there's going to be this overwhelming event, and you're going to see exactly where you stand. Maybe you're going to see where you stand with someone. Maybe you're going to see where you stand within your life, maybe within your job. I don't know. Okay. It's a lot of cards. And then you said the mermaid cards. All right. So let's get started. It's 5 decks. My goodness. My goodness. Let's get started, guys. Today's been good for you, Ocean Soul. Nice. Oh. So I have a co-host today. She's in my lap again. This girl. She just is getting so used to being in my lap while I live stream. She's just going to have to be in my lap. As long as I don't touch her, she doesn't move much anyways, so. All right, here goes. Okay, guys. I have 2 more decks to shuffle. Okay, there. And then this deck. You like Joy? She's totally something else. I think she's in here because she's nervous. We're still babysitting, and my friend's pup went ahead and ripped my whole plant out of the pot. Ripped the whole thing out, but left it in the pot. So Joy is like, I don't want none of that mess. I'm going to be in trouble. So now she's here in my lap. Like, I didn't do anything. We know you didn't do anything, Joy. She's hiding. Oh, goodness. So let's get started, guys. All right, remembrance, ancestors. There's a lot of things that are coming forward, and these things have been talked about by your ancestors. These are things that maybe you've been having dreams. I don't know. Maybe you've been receiving messages from ancestors and you don't realize that you've been receiving communication. So this is definitely going to be an intense one. I could tell right from the start. Cleansing. This is about you getting rid of the toxic things from your life. This is about you really allowing yourself to make decisions based on your needs, not the needs of the toxic people that you love. And it's okay if you love someone who's toxic, it's okay to love them and still have boundaries. It's okay. Clearance. This is really a process of like getting rid of, sweeping away, not sweeping under the rug, but like actually sweeping away, getting rid of. Okay. Um, I think for some of us, this is what your ancestors are trying to communicate. This is what you're being encouraged to do. Get rid of the toxic baggage. Um, I don't know. I mean, do you even know which decisions, which connections, which people are the toxic baggage that's being referenced here? Because, first and foremost, you can't get rid of something if you don't know what you have to get rid of, right? You don't know what to get rid of if you're not going to, I guess, pause and take stock of what's going on in your life. I wonder, I think for some of us, we need to begin really recognizing when certain people are consistently drama, when certain people consistently create problems, consistently have arguments with other people. Like, don't make excuses for them anymore. They can still be whatever label you've placed on them, but they can be that silently from afar. Okay. You don't have to be the whipping girl or whipping boy. You don't have to be the scapegoat. You don't have to be the targeted one. You don't have to do any of that anymore. You don't have to participate in any of that. I truly mean this. You don't have to. And the sooner you can accept that you don't have to, the sooner you can exit out of that and leave that behind. That doesn't mean your feelings are going to stop. It just means you're finally choosing your peace. Okay. Um, Summer, you're going to find yourself in a field full of sunflowers. These are the people who can help you, who can help like be the sunshine in your life when you feel like it's nothing but a storm, that you're in the middle of a storm, there's no sunshine. And these are the people who help bring sunshine into your life. Ooh, okay. So it's almost like a sense of, for some of you, this person who brings sunshine is not physically in your life. This is someone who, that would mean you would have to know them already, right? This is someone who, when you think of them, um, you feel a little bit of that spark of goodness. You get this sense of just everything is going to be fine. This is someone who really empowers you. My anxiety is climbing. I'm wondering if you are this for someone, that maybe you're not in each other's lives, but you are this for someone. You are their sunshine. You're that little slice of sunshine for them. And whenever whenever you pop up in thoughts, it kind of just, I guess it feels good. I don't know. I don't know. This is making me very nervous. This is making me very nervous. Security in reverse. Um, you can handle anything that your life brings your way. You don't need something outside of yourself to serve as like protection and whatnot. Like, you don't need this. Get this out of your head. You don't need a security blanket. You don't need that reassurance, that constant, consistent questioning and need for assurance. Coming soon. My my phone says something's coming soon. Time's running out. Okay, lovely. Boundaries. It's time to really allow yourself to exert those boundaries. It feels like for some people, um, a lot of what's been happening has more to do with lack of boundaries. You haven't been able to healthily, um, you don't need to you haven't been able to healthily establish these boundaries. That's a lot of aggression right there. Let me just. You don't need a million crystals all over your house for protection. While that is true, I do love a million crystals around my house for the aesthetics. They feel good. They feel very good. Very, very good. um, Going on what Kellyanne was saying, you don't necessarily need to entrust all of your well-being to any specific person or any specific thing. If you like something, you like something. See, she likes it too. I knew it. I knew you're a crystal lover as well. I could tell. It's all over your jujus. um Yeah, it's this thing of relying on external stuff too much. You have to really, really just keep keep your power where it belongs, in your hands. Ooh, that's powerful. Michael's good sometimes. He says some zingers. Keep your power where it belongs, in your hands. We've given away too much of our power. We've externalized it too much. And I think this is the period where you begin to learn how to stop externalizing things. Let's see. Containment. Whatever this issue is, it's already been contained, and you need to just kind of take that next step. It's already been contained. Okay. So it might be something along the lines of you've neutralized an issue, but you haven't moved away from it. If you think that all you needed to do was neutralize the issue but stay there, I mean, I kind of beg to differ. I kind of beg to differ because I'm thinking in terms of like radioactive messes, right? So your girl loves to read. I love to learn new things. And I remember one year I was just fixated on radioactive cleanup. And I had found that, and don't ask me how I found this. Don't ask me how I found this, okay? I'm just saying. But I had found that Arm& Hammer baking soda. Is that baking powder or baking soda? It's baking soda. If you sprinkle it on an area with radioactive fallout, the the baking soda will bind with a radioactive particle. It won't neutralize it, but it will make it possible for you to clear it out. You just have to take out like the top inch or two of soil. You have to toss that out. It's not enough to simply sprinkle baking soda. You have to get rid of the baking soda, right? So it's not enough for you to have put someone in their place. You have to be rid of that. You have to get rid of it. You have to let it go. So let's put it in other terms. You have leftover food that you haven't eaten. It's gone rotten. It's in the fridge. And now you're throwing it away because like no one can eat that. It's already gone bad. Are you going to keep your trash can in the house? Are you going to keep that trash can in the house? You know, You got to get rid of it, because then you're going to be like, oh my God, what is that smell? What is that smell? What is that? It's what you threw out but left in the kitchen. Let me see. I'm going to have a little bit of grace today. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. Hold on. There we go. Oh, no, that's not what I wanted to do. I wanted to put you in timeout. That's what I wanted to do. Put you in timeout. Just to show a little bit of grace today. I'll give you another opportunity to remain here. One more. Balance in reverse. So it's almost this thing of like, doing things based on other people's expectations, their perspective, right? Balance in reverse. I see this tree dangling upside down. Some plants prefer to dangle. They don't grow up towards the sun. They grow up and then they grow down. For example, this plant right here, first she grows up and then she grows down. And it depends on what she can hold on to. It really, really depends. If we allow ourselves to get bullied by other people into this space of doing only what they feel is appropriate, to where you have to be careful about what you're saying and how you're saying it. I mean, why? Why do that? I find it better to just correct people right then and there if I feel the need to correct them. Um, and usually, correction is not necessary unless you plan to stay in the same space as them for any prolonged period. And if you're not, then what's the point? Don't waste your energy, don't waste your time. People can have a different opinion from you, just like you can have a different opinion from them. You can allow yourself to disagree with grace and kind of just keep moving forward without that. Don't let other people's expectations, be the very thing that blocks you from that realization of how much you matter, how much your perception, your logic matters. It should matter first and foremost to you. And anything beyond mattering to you is a blessing. It's another further confirmation of what it is you need from yourself, right? All of this confirmation needs to come from inside first. And then things external from you will help to reiterate what you've already confirmed inside you. Grounding in reverse. Okay, so there's a possibility that you're dealing with a low frequency individual. And this is a person who needs to be less grounded in the limited human perception and allow themselves to be a little bit untethered for a little bit, a little bit. And I don't mean going crazy, I mean thinking outside of that box, thinking beyond that basic, like super D duper basic perception of it can only be A, B, C, D, E, F, G. And I'm over here, like I'm playing the piano. I don't have all those other letters, but I have all the way up to G. And I'm going to play a song, and I'm not going to be limited in my ability to write my life's song just because you tell me, like, without all the other letters, you don't have a complete alphabet. I don't give a shit about your alphabet. I don't. I only need A through G, major and minor. Outside of that, you do what you need to do. I'm going to do what I do, and everything is going to be perfectly fine. Alchemist in reverse. Again, you don't need to change anything. It's like your life is going through this part of the journey where it's like you really just have to allow yourself to travel down the road instead of being so fixated on, oh my gosh, will people think that I'm driving weird? Will people think that I'm driving too fast and driving too slow? Who cares? Who cares what other people think? Focus on the road, focus on your vehicle, focus on the things that are passing you by, things that maybe that little bit of beauty can make this journey, like just a little bit nicer, right? There are so many people in this world who are more than willing to correct your opinion. I love those people. I really love those people. Why? Because they give me something to kick against. Yeah. Where you have an opinion and they'll basically tell you that you're not allowed to have an opinion. You have to agree with the rest of the group. No, you don't. No, you don't. No, you don't. You don't. Back in 2017, um, I was doing the energy work that I was doing, and quite a few people, when they would come and watch me live stream, um, they'd be like, "That's weird. What are you doing with her hands?" Energy work. Like, that's so weird. Is that like Tai Chi? No, it's not Tai Chi. Not all Asians do Tai Chi. Not all Asians know Kung Fu. I'm sorry to disappoint you and your limited perception, but it's not Tai Chi and it's not Kung Fu. And I used to get a lot of flack for that. I don't care. That's how I do my energy work. And you look now and you look at all these people who are like energy workers and warriors and, all of that. And guess what they're doing now? Hmm. Now it's a cool thing. I don't need credit for that. I share that to help you understand. Maybe you're just so far ahead that people will need a few years to catch up. At which point, don't stop yourself from being who you are and doing you the way you do. Don't stop that. Why? Your existence has gravity to it. It affects people in ways that you might not even understand yet. And just because other people are not talking about these things that you are so fixated on right now, just because people are not interested in the same things you're interested in right now, doesn't mean they won't be in 5 years. It doesn't mean that you won't suddenly be seen as like, I don't know. I don't know. It's almost this sad feeling that I get, this sadness of not being accepted as you are. Baby boo, it's because you're in an environment that doesn't yet know the gravity of what they're viewing. And it's okay. It's okay. It's really, truly okay. I used to think that fire opals were just this, like, I don't know, it's like a weird, it looks almost like fake jewelry, right? Long time ago, I used to think fire opals um are basically just like fake jewelry. And then I used to really love diamonds. Diamonds are not as rare as they say. And fire opals are so much more expensive per carat. especially if you get a good one. They're so much more expensive. Like, how could you ever compare what could easily be cut glass to something that I'll show you? Look at this. So my son got me a fire opal, right? It's amazing. He got me. I mean, look at that. It's not heat treated, and oops, if you put it against a dark surface, it looks like it's on fire. It's amazing. It's amazing. Touching this makes me feel some kind of way. It's about this thing of trying to be appreciated in a space of people who don't even know the value you bring. And you can't put it on someone else to know your value. It really has to be on you. You determine your value. You determine what you will and will not accept from other people. And when you allow yourself to accept less than what you deserve, then you program that connection to think it's okay to treat you in less than what you deserve. I don't think so. I sometimes wonder what it's like to have an actual traditional female experience in life. I don't really know what other women go through. When I was a lot younger, I've always never really conformed to the way women are supposed to behave, the way they carry themselves, or any of that. I never really conformed to any of that. And so I never had any of those issues that many women have in their romantic relationships. I just never have. Um, Probably because I'm not scared to lose people. If I feel like something is off, I'm not answering your calls anymore. I don't care. I'm not going to beg you to stay. You want to go? Go. Go. Do you want to act weird? Okay, do that somewhere else. Don't do it here. I've only ever been in relationships where the person just absolutely cherishes me and goes out of their way to make sure that I choose to allow them to stick around. Why? Because I've never been taught to play into that role that women are taught to play into. I was raised like a straight up dude. Seriously. Seriously. I won't play into that. And because I never played into that, no one had the courage or the audacity. I think the audacity is a better word to use, or phrase to use. No one had the audacity to try and force me to, because I don't care what you're trying. I'm out. When I'm out, I'm out. I don't care. I don't I don't care that you are trying to convince me of a lie. I'm not going to accept it. The moment I think you're a liar, and that's it. The moment I think you're a liar, it's probably because you are, because I'm highly intuitive. So if you're going to lie about stuff, I don't want you around me. I just don't. If you're going to make me feel like you're shady, go be shady somewhere else. You want me to take this off, Maria? Does that make you feel better? I'll take it off. Okay. So this is about respect for self. This is about understanding that whatever happened in the spring, it's done. Let it go. It went upside down. It's time to let it go. Okay. All right. So, card number 17, what is already with you? You have all the potentiality that you need already inside you. She feels, she knows, but it's in reverse. So you're not allowing yourself to truly feel and then truly know what it is you're going through. Visions of life beyond death. So for some, it's this sense of like they're going through this spiritual death. You know, they're going through this shamanic death, and it's hard for them to really truly see who they are, right? It's so difficult for them to see that. hmm Listening for truth, and beyond the mind, the heart beats. See that? You don't want to believe what this connection actually is. So, oh my. Okay. So let me just let me just all right. She's a knockout. You was a knockout, Chuchoy? Okay. Let me just cuddle my dog for a second. um all right. So you don't want to hear it. I know I don't. You don't want to hear it. You don't want to hear how this connection is actually so much deeper than what you think. Beyond the mind, the heart beats, and it's a beating in unison. It's Mikey. I just need to hold my girl. She doesn't care. She's just gonna sleep. Joy, can you do something? Can you please? I'm having anxiety, and I need you to fix it. Can you fix it? Okay. We're good. We're good. This girl. So we're good. Okay. I got to hold her for a second because this is intense. This energy is super duper intense. And I feel like you're not supporting me enough right now, Joy. She's about to go jump off. She's like, set me down. Set me down. All right, hold on. I gotta I gotta do something. I'm about to have a full on a full on mother freaking panic attack. Okay, like you can't have a panic attack if you're holding a baby. All right. Okay. There you go. There you go. There. All right. All right. We burritoed her. She likes to be burritoed. She likes to be burritoed. Okay. All right. Here goes. Let's look at the cards. Her face. She's like, I was sleeping. You doing some crazy shit again. Okay, Joy. Here we go. Everything is in reverse. So, this process that you're in, it's something that's upside down, right? It's something that's coming in reverse. It's coming in a way that's kind of sort of blocking you from some realizations that you need to have. Okay. These are realizations that you need to have. And if you allow yourself, if you really, really allow yourself to realize some of these things, sorry, then amazing things will happen for you. Really, truly amazing things will happen for you. Okay. You need clarification. And I think that's what's happening right now is that you don't have the clarity that you would like. But see, it's not always about what you like. Sometimes it's more about what you need rather than what you like. If you're going to strictly be about what you like, then you're going to miss out on a lot of the things that are necessary for you to be fully present in, to actually really truly see. And whoever thinks that she doesn't like this, hold up. Hold up. She's legit sleeping. She loves burritos. She loves to get burrito. Look at that. Look at that. She's knocked out. She's knocked out. She's just knocked out. Just sniff her head. Sniff her. Look at that. She doesn't care. She's asleep. I'm sorry. I'm this way, Joy. She doesn't care. Rebirth of magic. You see, your magic's not going to be a rebirth. There's no royal returning to you. This has a lot to do with you into this place of totality. Right now, you're in a duality. Right now, you are fractionating yourself. And I think this is that like aha moment that you're going to have that allows you to really, really, really see just how important you actually are. So there's these two. Royal return and rebirth of magic in reverse. So it's not necessarily that you have to change who you are, because I don't feel like it's that. I feel like the message is that you've already been changing who you are. And it's time for you to recognize that it didn't get you anywhere. Fire cleanser and abundance teacher. You have to burn away all of that caca, all of that preconceived notion of how you're supposed to exist, the way you're supposed to live, all of these different things that you already have been programmed to believe about yourself, about your life, about your potential. You know what I mean? She probably likes to get under the covers in bed as well. You know what she likes to do is go in between my legs and contort me into positions that hurt my back when I wake up. Look at that. Look at her. She is knocked the F out. She is knocked the F out. Okay. This is someone who's still semi in denial. They're semi in denial with their perception of what this is. They're not wanting to believe. They are whoever for. It's almost like they're trying so hard to fight it. Are you talking shit about me again, Michael? I'm not fighting anything. This is someone that is trying so hard to almost like absolve themselves. But here's the thing, choices. All of their choices still lead back to the same outcome. They don't know. They're afraid that they don't have anything. They won't have anything to celebrate. But they believe the reality that this is what they need to experience. They just need to experience this. They don't know why. They don't know why, you know? I wish I could sleep like that. Just not, girl, let me hold you. Everyone I hold sleeps like this. Like my kids, when they were babies, don't matter what's happening. They're going to sleep. I think it's the boobs. The boobs are so squishy that you just can't help but sleep, knocked out like that. See? She's not going to wake up. She's just, I could shake her. She's not going to wake up. Experience what, though? Experience what your soul is trying to get you to experience. It has a lot to do with some of these, I guess you could say, connections that need to either be tossed out or connections that you're blocking and need to be allowed in. So, whatever you think you need to experience, it might be the polar opposite of that. If you have struggles with controlling the environment, not necessarily other people, not necessarily in a malignant manner, but if you struggle with controlling your environment, like you want to make sure everything is okay, you want to make sure everything is clean and put away, and all of this and all of that, it might end up being the polar opposite of what you think you need to experience. Because clearly, if you're struggling with control, you are struggling with a sense of disempowerment. And when you feel weak, when you feel like you have no power and no say over your life, um, you tend to do things that are the polar opposite of existing in a space of power. I know this because I used to live that way, where everything had to be in its perfect place. And it's not, I used to think like, well, I just like things clean. What is wrong with that? No, I felt such a chaotic energy within me that I needed to project into my environment the calm that I could not establish for myself. And all of my decisions, when I look back, were decisions based on avoidance, just really avoiding whatever it is that I don't know if I can control that environment, control that situation. Also has to do with, feeling, I don't know. I think I said something that upset someone. I feel someone just like, it's like in the chest. And I don't know. It's not a good feeling. This is someone who is trying to walk their truth with this fear of not knowing how to walk. I mean, how could you walk your truth if you don't think you can walk? If you have that hesitation, it's hard. It makes it a lot harder than what it actually needs to be. And I think that's what this whole situation is. Like, you're going to experience a situation where you're about to learn so much about yourself that you never knew. A lot about your strength, your ability to overcome. So, time out, new chapter. Someone needs a timeout. They need a timeout from all of the from all of the hardship of being in an environment that is contradictory to what they actually need as a person. I think it's time to really allow ourselves to have the freedom to make decisions that are solely based on what we need. Taking care of your needs is not selfish. Just because you need a break from someone, just because you need a different environment, just because you need this, just because you need that, suddenly you're selfish. No, it's when you try and force um what you want on someone who doesn't want it as well. That's selfish. When you try and dominate other people, that's selfish. It's just about the self. It's just about the self in a malignant manner. It's just about the self in a way that's detrimental to all others involved. That's not okay. But when your needs are being shamed and you being encouraged to ignore those needs because of someone else's preferences, like I would prefer you remain accessible to me for when I want to play with your mind. I don't think so. I don't think so. Ain't that right, Joy? Ain't that right, Joy? Joy, Joy, Joy. She don't give a shit. She's just like her, right? We don't give a shit, right, girl? Shit. We don't give a single caca, right, Joy? I said that a little loud. She woke up. All you gotta do is sniff her. You just gotta smell her, and then she's like, "Oh, okay, I can go back to sleep." Oh, Joy, you're such a good girl. You're such a good girl. See, you just gotta tell her she's a good girl. She's just like, "I'm good. I'm good. We're good here." I was looking for my baby carrier. I was gonna start carrying her in that, and maybe that'll give me some chill. Because I have no chill. I never have. It's not new. I've never had chill. Do, 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 do. Okay. Ooh, the crane bag. Just put it in the bag. Okay. So there's stuff going on. There's a lot of messages. There's a lot of. Okay. Let me just get the card out. Mm-hmm. She is. She's not bothered at all. She likes burritos. You guys need to channel more of Joy Joy because it's like, she doesn't stay in areas that she doesn't feel welcome. That's the thing I love about her. Like she will not stay and continue to take your caca. She's like, I'm out. Where's my mom? I'm out. You're too rough, or you're burritoing me in a way that I don't want to be burritoed right now, and I'm just out. And so she'll be out. She'll go. And then if you do that and she didn't like what you did, she didn't like your tone or the words you use, she's not going to come to you. She's just like, no, I don't want to. And I think we have to embody more of that instead of being so compliant with other people's caca, you know? I think you need to be a little bit more rebellious. Just really be more rebellious with it. So conchomancy. You're being asked to listen and begin to understand the art of reading, an ancient art, simple, pure, and powerful. Let's see. Please know that although it's simple to purchase many sea animal and shell parts online. Okay, what? When you choose, okay, no. Let's see. Here it is. Okay. Never take too much, only take a little. Remember, fairly take and fairly give. So always return something to the sea in return for what you have been given. I feel like this has a lot to do with, the way. I think this has a lot. She's smiling. She's smiling in her sleep. I love it when you smile. What was I saying? Oh, that fairly take and fairly give. I think this has to do with someone who's maybe cross watching for a Piscean, or a water sign of some kind. This thing of they need to be willing to give as much as they receive from you, or else it's not balanced. And if it's not balanced, then I don't know. I don't know. Hold on. Did I miss a comment? I know, Joy, we need to adjust ourselves because this right here. He said chop chop. We don't like that. We don't like that at all. We don't like that. This is not an Asian restaurant, sir. We're not going to chop anything. Okay, so card number 35. He told me to chop, so I better hurry up. Are you taking me somewhere? Where are you taking me? So, the crane bag. Okay, let's see. Every crane bag has its own unique personality, energy, and relationship to its keeper. They hold everything and nothing. Inspiration, knowledge, and wisdom. They come to us and leave us and are refound again. Okay. Crane bags hold great healing and energetic power. It may be time to begin to look out of the sacred ingredient, which will make your crane bag sing its magic. Time to go through wardrobes, bags, cupboards, and all those places where you hold objects that may or not be empowering and even disempowering you. It's time to clear and consider what is aligned with you who you are at a soul level. Are you going to take me to breakfast? I got to go, guys. I got to go. Wait. Almost done. Card number 23. Card number 23. All right. Dreams. Vivid dreaming, dream messages, and dream teaching. Sometimes our dreams are more vivid than our waking life, and within them is a great deal of freedom, exploration, symbolism, and messages. At some times, our dreams are our spirit calling out to us, wishing us to take heed of what soul is speaking of, and asking us to live more in a mystic realm where we can have time alone, where we can create and dream into life our self-expression, and where we are very, very clearly being given messages from the realm of subconscious, the flowing, the watery, the deep underworld of our very heart selves. Mermaids cannot always reach you when you are on land. You may not be at the beach, and many people are not dreamy enough to be reached. They are hard focused and hardwired into their right brain. When you cannot be reached through the song of the waves, you will be reached on the waves of the sleeping brain. So, I'm wondering, is this like someone is totally trying to reach out to you through your sleep messages? So it was in reverse. Sleep disturbances, awakening throughout the night, unable to remember or recall or to feel out your dreams, a sense of something being out of your reach, sleep that is shallow and fitful, or simply proclaiming you do not dream. This, along with denial that you dream or that dreams matter at all, could be taking place at the moment. First, change your sleeping environment and begin to soften in your determined opinions. You have dreams and messages that are wishing to speak with you, but it's up to you if you choose to remain deaf to them. I don't know. I think someone, I don't know, is trying to communicate with you in your dreams. I'll be able to better process this message after I've been fed. I gotta go eat. It's really a very it's like an intense type of energy almost. I don't know how to interpret that energy. I don't know how to interpret it because it's such a distinct, almost familiar feel to it. I don't know how I would define that for you. How about this? This is what we'll do, okay? So pick 1, 2, or 3. 1, 2, or 3. All right. Pick a number. Oh shit. Oops. Pick 1, 2, or 3. Let me know when you guys have your number and you're ready for me to pull cards for you. So pick your number, 1, 2, or 3. And as you pick that number, I want you to go ahead and ask like a yes or no question. Okay, ask the question that's weighing most heavily in your thoughts. They all got thrown. Yikes. Okay, 1, 2, or 3. Here goes. Okay, so 1, 2, 3. And we're going to bring the kitty cats into this. Once upon a time, I was obsessed with kitty cats. I love kitty cats. Here we go. Okay, 1, 2, or 3. 1, 2, 3. All right, we're going to start with 1. You have your question, right? You have your question. So it's unlikely. It's unlikely. Something is about to be severed. Okay, it's barely holding on. So if you pick the number 1, your answer is unlikely. And then self-directed motion. Cool hats. This is telling me that you might not realize that you are the one that is directing yourself, and that you wear all these different hats to play all of these different roles, never being completely raw in who you are. Okay. So if you pick number 2, remember what your yes or no question is. Your answer is yes. Yes. If you picked the number 2, your answer is yes. And then you have 5 of aces, bones, your core self, emotional depth. That's what you should be. That's what you should be focused on. Your core self and emotional depth. Allowing yourself to go really, really deep into that existence, like really, really deep. And maybe this has a lot to do with if another person is involved. Maybe you're trying to involve someone that cannot reach the depth that you live at, right? Sometimes when you bring something as deep as where you exist, you risk drowning them with your depth. And so you have to make sure that it's properly aligned, that this is someone who actually should be part of your life, right? I think for some, I don't know if the person should be part of your life. Let's see. So if you pick number 3, remember it's a yes or no question. This is your sign. This is your sign. You're waiting for a sign. You're wanting to know what you should do. You're wanting to know if what you decided. Oh my gosh. So there's 2 Joker cards, right? One Joker card is shit. The other Joker card is gas. If you get the shit Joker card, it's the opposite of shit. We didn't get the shit Joker card. We got the gas. The air you breathe, your environment. You're taking in someone else's gas. I think some people, their communication is just, stanky. It's a stinky communication, maybe because they have issues with digestion. They have an issue with digesting their life. They have an issue with digesting the events that they've lived through. They have an issue with integrating a lot of the things they've taken into themselves. That's usually someone who projects. They blame everyone else. They don't take accountability for what they have done. And what have they done? I don't know. They might have done more than toot. They might have sharded. They might have sharded. Who knows? I don't want to find out. I don't want to find out. Okay. So I hope you guys got your answers that you need. And it's a lot. It's a lot of stuff for you to consider, but considering what you've already been through, is it really that much to consider? I don't think so. I think you've been being primed and prepared to make these decisions, and these decisions lead to the actions that actually set you free. If you're not going to let yourself go through the full motion, I mean, don't play with yourself. Be honest with yourself. Like, say out loud, I'm not ready to make decisions. I'm not ready to take action. Don't make excuses. Like, I hate when people are full of excuses, when they're constantly like, oh, it's because this, it's because that. I don't like that at all. Like, just be real. Oh, shoot. Anywho, I hope you guys have an amazing rest of your day. I am off to go be fed because I need to be fed. And I hope you guys have an amazing rest of your day. I hope that you guys are able to join me for my podcast tomorrow, 8 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. I'm hoping to have an amazing surprise for all of y'all who make it to that live stream. If you're having pain, if you're having energetic issues, you will definitely want to go to tomorrow's live stream. The topic is remote healing. So I'll see you guys tomorrow, 8 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, here on the Emmy Evolving channel. I hope you guys have an amazing rest of your day. Please give this video a thumbs up. If you haven't already subscribed, please do subscribe, turn on that notification bell, and join me when I'm live. Bye, everyone.